What is going on, everyone? Drag here. So due to hitting the 25 like goal in the previous video, we're going to go ahead and finish the scheme here out of shotgun empty bunch open, which I've said before, I believe is the best 5 wide in college football. So the playbooks that you can find this in are Ball State, Colorado State, LSU, TCU, and Washington State. So to dive into the audibles here, what I would personally set up, I would have drag curl, I would have quarterback draw, drive wide corner, and then either Z spot and go, or this play here, bunch arches or bunch trail, probably bunch trail personally. So those are the plays that I would select, and then our main play that we're going to come out in is clear deep. Seeing we broke down clear deep already in the previous video, we're going to go ahead and touch on these other 3 pass plays. Let's dive into it. So I'm going to show you how to attack zone on a drive wide corner. What I like to do here, I like to go ahead and put my slot wide receiver on a smarted down corner, and then the outside wide receiver on a stem down out route. Basically just acts kind of like a speed flat. Then we go ahead and drag the slot wide receiver. You can see quick read over the middle to the slot wide receiver. And then you're going to have option here to throw the post. See right there? Just a bad throw by the quarterback. You'll get those, unfortunately, in this game. Right there. You can see how open that it gets in between the zones. So looking to the right side, what we're going against right now is shaded down. So you won't really be able to throw that quick little speed out unless they're shaded up. But you can see how good this stemmed corner is. This deeper post on the tight end is mainly for a pull route for this other corner, or if they switch tick up, you can throw it deep for a lot of yards. So you can see, get that sweet spot there for it. Now let's go ahead and show versus cover 2. All right, so versus cover 2 here. You can see drag, easy dump off. Now, depending on if they're shaded down or not is going to be the case if you can throw this post. But we have this great flood on the right here versus cover 2. You can see it's easy 5-6 yards there. And then you still have this other corner here that you can see highballing it right over top. Easy yards. So I have 2 setups here to show out of clear deep that I didn't show last week. Just something that you can add to attack zone. What I'll do here, I'll put a stem down corner, stem down out route on the right, and then a deep dig on the left outside, and then a drag or a flat as a slot wide receiver. So you can see here, the deep dig's very good. Went ahead and hit it over the middle of the field here. And then you still have this corner as well. You can see how much easy yards, just giving you another option to attack the sidelines without using the same wide receivers. So the other thing here that you can do, it would look like this. Basically just using a post route at the tight end spot. Just giving you guys another option in order to help beat zone defenses. So here's a good setup on a bunch trail to attack zone. So I'm going to show versus cover 2 and cover 3. See right here, everything's spaced out lovely. Just you can hit the middle of the field here or wait to throw this crosser deep. And if they're blitzing you, you just have a lot of different areas in order to attack that blitz. So again here, see right there, money. Now there's other things you can do in case your opponent is obviously blitzing you. I would motion this guy over the tight end to block him to help block blitzes. Otherwise, you have to audible around to some other formations in the playbook. So for drag curl here, here's the setup that I like running versus zone. It looks like this here. I'm going to stem up a corner on the tight end after motioning him over. Stem him up once just for depth. Have a flat as a slot wide receiver. and then go ahead and put a stem down alt route on the outside right. Versus cover 3, you leave this like slot inward curl here, or you can streak him, but versus cover 2 I would definitely streak him, just because most people will run like a stock cover 2, so that hook zone will just sit there and cover that. But you can see this corner is money. All right, let's go ahead and show the slot curl on the right then. You can see right there, wide open. Motion this guy over, streak the slot wide receiver, stem down the hitch, and just go ahead and stem this guy up one, and then you can do the same thing that I was just showing you. It's mainly just having a hitch out there so you can make that read between the cover 2. If it's a streak on the outside, it's more than likely just going to get pressed into oblivion by the cloud or any sort of flat that they have out there. So let's just throw the ball away and measure what happened there. Then you still have the slot on the right, or the out route on the right that you can look to throw. See, like you can try to throw that there, but that time it just wasn't open. That was a bad read by me. So you have that hitch, you have the corner. Another thing you can do here, you can leave the corner on the right if you want, but the main purpose here is just trying to open up this left side with the cover 2 by either hitting the hitch or the corner. So to Z-spot and go, there's going to be 2 setups here that I run. This is going to be just basically ways to attack zone. So what you're going to do here, stem down this X wide receiver here. I'm going to motion over the tight end. And then what we're going to do is streak A, drag B, and then go ahead and streak RB. So you're just attacking the seams here. So you can see there's these windows to easily throw the ball in the seam versus cover 3. Now, you can see also here the RB button or this B is very good to dump the ball off to. If you want, if you don't like the speed of the drag, with the spacing with the rest of the routes here, you can put them on an in route if you want, just to make it a little bit slower. So another route setup here before we just show these versus cover 2 is just putting them on a post. So it's going to look like this. You can see you just have the drag or that post route there. Now this slot route here is going to be good versus cover 2. So that's why I want to show you this. So Z-spot and go. Okay, Tampa 2 here. Go ahead and streak RB, and then you can see here this Y route. Just a bad throw by the quarterback, but you can see how he gets past the cloud. Let's do it again here. You can see right there. Oh, bad throw by the quarterback. Kind of just pause at the sidelines. But you can see there's also a lot of other routes you can throw in this play. You can see the drag route's open, but you can see right there. That play is money versus cover 2. I'll usually, like I stated, run it with the bunch going towards the long hash mark. That's just basically how I like running this formation. And then you still have this set up too. Dump it down, pick between the post or that drag. Now what I like again about if you motion them over here and put them on the post, you still have the option to throw that route over there. Now I did get shedded, but I just want to show you in the replay here. If you look, you can see how he still gets past that route, so you can still throw it, or just check down right here to that hitch. So I'm going to go ahead and show how to attack 2-man under. This is going to be out of drive wide corner. That's my favorite way to attack it here. What I'm going to do is put this slot wide receiver on a wheel. This tight end here, I'll either put him on a streak out of the backfield or a whip route. And then this guy over here on the left, you can leave him on the stock wheel if you want. It's a little bit better to beat man press. You just re-put him on a wheel. And you can see here how bad he just torches it. And you're getting a bunch of yards up the field. So let's do it again on the right here. You can see you have the whip. Then you have that option to throw the drag if it cooks the man. Then you can still also have this streak, which is basically just going to give a little bit more space for that outside wheel on the right here. Now the post is also pretty good at beating man. So you can see it's obviously, I believe that's the running back in this formation, but you can still see how open it got here. You get separation there on the cornerback. Let's do it again. See, we're just taking these yards here against 2 men under all day. So in drag curl, here's the setup that I like to run versus man. Just go ahead and drag that tight end, and then we wrote the slot wide receiver. So you can see how much yards we're getting here, just burning with the wheel. And you still have the option here to be able to hit these routes over the middle. So one of the drags or that post once it cuts. So I'll show you here. Look at this post. Once it cuts, you can see bad throw by Nussmeier, but I just don't think he's the best quarterback. But you can see here the post is open for easy yards. All right, so one of my favorite ways to attack cover zero defenses is going to be on a bunch trail here. I'm going to go ahead and motion tight end over to block the blitz. ID the end opposite him. It's going to completely shut down the cover zero. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and crosser this slot wide receiver. So you can see we have a good corner, sharp corner that's going to beat man. You got a stock drag here that's going to beat man as well. And then a crosser which also beats man. Now, if you look at the left side of the field here, what I will typically do, if they're pressed, I will leave this streak. If not, I'm going to put this guy in something else like a curl or a comeback. It's going to be a running back, so probably a curl's best just to have like a quick little route that you can throw versus man. But the main thing that I want you to look at here is on the right side of the field here. One, we're taking away the blitz, which is huge for 5 wide. But then you can see how with this corner, it was just a bad throw by the quarterback here. But once you throw it on the cut here, you're going to be able to get a ton of yards. See right there. Easy yards to Lacey. Do it again here. Then you also have the drag or this crosser. See right there, crosser, we're scoring a touchdown. Super easy way here to attack cover zero blitzes. So I wanted to show this here on a bunch trail. I usually don't have it in my audibles unless I'm running a very blitz, like cover zero blitz happy person. And then from there, I'll probably put it in instead of the draw. So that completes our breakdown here of empty bunch open. Like I stated, I feel like it's the best 5 wide formation in college football. If you guys do appreciate my content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're getting pretty close to getting monetized, so that just means more content for free. So if you guys did like today's video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have any questions, just comment below. We'll get to them as quickly as possible. We'll see you next time.